Hello, and here we are for the first game of the Bombers versus the Mambas. We got brother versus brother. Cam Smith on the hill. Going to face off against his brother Cole Layton and the Mambas. Cam Smith was the Cy Wiffle last season, coming in off of a great start against the Melonheads in week 1. Looking to build on that here tonight and put the Bombers in the win category once again. But obviously the Mambas matching up against him would like to say otherwise, so we'll see how this matchup works here tonight. First thing we want to do is thank our sponsors. Audi Kirkwood is our main sponsor for Season 5. Thank you so much to Audi Kirkwood for sponsoring this fantastic season we're having. Thank you guys so much for everything that you've done. Key rules here at MO WIFF. We play 5 innings or 45 minutes. In this situation, we're actually cut down to 45 minutes. Sorry, we normally play 50. Tonight is 45 minutes due to the weather that we've dealt with. 5 balls is a walk. If in a walk situation, the hitter can choose to either bat or not bat. They can take their single walk, go to first like you would in baseball, or they can opt to hit a 56 and under pitch. So the pitcher then gets to choose, does he throw the 56 and under pitch or just put the runner on second base? So you are punished a bit for walking people. In our league, we also have extra innings. If we go to a tied game, we will address those in. A single is a ground ball through the infield. A double is a ball that lands in the outfield. A triple hits off the wall. And everybody's favorite, the home run, goes right over the wall. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in to MO WIFF Season 5. We have lots of content for you this season. Check out all of our content 7 days a week on YouTube. We also are streaming live on Twitch on Thursday nights. And those games will then be uploaded Friday through Sunday here on YouTube, which is where you're probably seeing this one now. And Cole Layton stepping into the dish here to get started. I have my scoreboard upside down, unfortunately. Maybe we get that switched real quick. But we do have the Mambas as the visitors in this one. And the Bombers are the home team. There we go, got it switched. All right, Cole Layton stepping in here against his brother Cam Smith. As we said in the preview of this matchup, which you can find on YouTube every week before our games play, Cole has personally said that he feels he hits Cam better than anyone else in the league, and that he sees the ball well out of Cam, as he has obviously been batting against him his entire life. So here we go, we're about to get started here. Cole Layton versus Cam Smith, game 3 of the night. This is the this is the Saturday night game on YouTube. I apologize. Here we go. First pitch. Ball inside. All right, I expect a good at-bat out of Cole here, as he does have a good idea of what's coming. That ball hits off his knob of his bat. Or his hands. I'm not sure which, but 2-0. Big swing and a miss on that riser there. 2-1. All right, while we're sitting here talking, the American League sponsor is Alex Eggert Photography. Alex does all of our photographs that you see on our social media. Check out Alex Eggert Photography for all of your personal needs. There's a big strike there. 2-2. Cole Layton, probably one of the best hitters in the country. Cam Smith, one of the best pitchers in the country. This ball is rolled over the top right to Ethan Weiner at third base. And that's going to be out number 1 here in the first inning. That's going to bring up Chandler Melton now. Chandler Melton, a traveling wiffle ball player. He's from Illinois. He plays with the Central Illinois Prospects. Big strike there. As do 2 other members of this Mambas squad. They were all drafted together this year as rookies. Chandler Melton, the 4th overall pick, comes in and known nationally as a very good hitter. And he's been working on his pitching as well. I don't know if we'll see that tonight, but we expect some good at-bats out of Chandler here. 1-1 now. Ooh, good strike pitch there as that ball just rises right over the swing of his bat. 1-2 now. Cam really working here. We did mention a lot of weather here tonight. It kind of messed up our live streaming opportunities and some of our tech. Big strikeout there for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Parker Bunch. But as you can probably tell in the video here that the field is a little damp, which can make it tough for both the pitchers and the hitters. We've had an off and on drizzle here throughout the night. So it has been a bit of a chilly, wet night here. You got a good breeze as there's nothing really blocking it out here at the park. So wouldn't say ideal wiffle ball conditions, but better than the alternative like last week where we didn't play at all. Good drop ball there. That screwball from Cam, you really see that working. It almost looks like out of his hand it's going to hit you in the head as if you're left-handed like Parker Bunch there. And instead that thing breaks right back, right into the zone, and nothing he can do with that. There's another one. Hits Parker in the elbow.
I wasn't behind the zone, but
might have reached out a little bit there, but it doesn't sound like there's any debate. Cam could challenge that he thought it was going to be a strike and he leaned into it, but it doesn't seem that they're actually going to here. But, you know, there's been a bit of history between these two with that exact situation, so, you know, it wouldn't surprise me to see a little back and forth here, especially given the brotherly rivalry. Ooh, another big screwball there. It's 3-1 now. Oh, he's going to get him to chase that high riser. 3-2. All right, as we're picking up the balls here, let's look at our National League sponsor, UCC STL. They collect on court judgments awarded to you and or your business. Check them out at uccstl.com. There's strike 3 looking, and that's going to be the end of the first inning. Once again, Season 5 is presented by Audi Kirkwood. Moving on to our All-Star Game sponsor, Commercial Drywall Corp. If you need a company with any of your drywall renovation needs, a good plan is important, and they will help you for an affordable price, get you all those needs around your home, improving your situation there. All right, we got James Dutton on the hill for the Mambas. James Dutton picked up the win in Week 1. A little bit of control issues here, so we'll see if the Bombers take that to their advantage or not. As James Dutton's going to warm up, he's testing out that turf to see how it feels, make sure there's no slippage. As he's warming up here, let's take a look at our MO WIFF Classic sponsor. Our MO WIFF Classic is sponsored by Ink Spot Tattoo Shop. There's a phone number on the logo right there, 636-528-9465. Give them a call. Obviously, they do tattoos, and MO WIFF is Big Dave approved. Every week, the front office votes on who they believe is the best pitcher of the week, and the pitcher of the week is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. So you want some good wings, some good sports, some good beer, head on over to Buffalo Wild Wings. Our friends over there at Wentzville Buffalo Wild Wings are the ones that hosted our draft. So if you did not catch our Season 5 draft video, that was inside of their outdoor patio area. They were very gracious hosts to us over there, gracious sponsor. If you're interested in helping out the league as well, feel free to reach out via email or all of our social medias. If you're interested in seeing your name show up here in these sponsor segments, feel free to reach out. Once again, we have plenty of content here at Mo WIFF, so make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, hitting those like buttons. Leave comments down below. Who's your favorite team? If you're catching these games live on Twitch on Thursday nights, make sure you follow us there as well. Fastpitch is on Monday. Fastpitch is a highlight of all things that happened the past week. The 3 Up, 3 Down podcast of Brian Hunter and Q Meyer. They talk about a lot of things behind the scenes. Wednesday on Twitch, we have a live show with Sam Skibby called 56 and Under. If you want to interact with him live, you can head on over there. It's around lunchtime. First pitch from Dutton. Looks a bit low.
It's on. I got it.
But we will put that 56 and Under episode over on YouTube afterwards, 1-1. so you won't miss out on anything there. But yeah, hanging out with him live is a lot more fun. You can be a part of that over there at Twitch. Thursday nights, we are trying to stream the games. I believe next week we'll have this all ironed out. I promise you I will be giving it my best effort. So we're working on those live streams so you can watch these games live every Thursday night. Game 1 gets Friday night slot. Game 2 gets the Saturday afternoon slot. Game 3 gets the Saturday evening slot, which is what you're watching here. And then Game 4 is the Sunday night wiffle ball. That ball is just high. Ethan Weiner always works good at bat. He's got good bat-to-ball skills. This guy can put just about anybody in play. Another traveling wiffle ball player. He's played here at Mo WIFF. This is his second season. He also played up at MO. He's played UWIFs and many other leagues and tournaments. He's been a little bit everywhere. Does some great video work around the country as well. Good strike there, 3-2. So Ethan Weiner, a great guy to have here at Mo WIFF. Really showing off some of the national talent that travels to get more games by showing up here at Miracle Field in Chesterfield as a ball inside 4-2. So we did talk about Dutton struggled last week, or I guess week 1. Last week was a rain out. Week 1 with some walks, but he was able to work around those and have the shutout win over the Kings. You can catch that game if you didn't see it. There's strike 3 swinging. I was making sure you didn't tip it there before I said it officially. Yeah, you can check out all our past games on our YouTube as well. So if you want to see how James Dutton fared against the Kings in week 1, I'll spoil it and say that he did win, but you can see how that looked back on our YouTube page. Here's Cam Smith now with 1 away. Ball's just high. Wisely lays off there. Oh, a good drop. A Cam just fouls that one off. Ball low. Cam, a bit of a free swinger, but he is also very patient at times, so you're never exactly sure which one you're going to get. There's 2-2. He's a guy that he's going to swing if he likes it, but he's also going to make you work out there. It's a little bit of a conundrum. It can be difficult to approach sometimes. He definitely is one of those guys that one swing at the back can do some damage. That ball is inside off the elbow. I got 3-2 here. Big swing and a miss for the second out.
Come on, Tommy Dwyer.
I guess that didn't work. I saw the duration on this. No, I didn't. Anyways, Tommy Dwyer up now with 2 away. Big swing and a miss. Tommy Dwyer, a very fancy swing from that right-handed side, and he can do some damage, but he does suffer from the free swinger effect. But that's not uncommon here in Mo WIFF. It's tough to be a hitter, so sometimes it's better just to swing in case you hit it. Sometimes that one run, that home run, is all your team needs, so striking out is not looked at as much of a negative as maybe in real baseball. It's hard to really string things together in a league like this, so sometimes you're better off just having people take cuts at what they think they can hit and hope somebody can run into something. Because other than walks, it can be tough to get multiple hits in the same inning. You got a lot of guys who are throwing at least 80 miles an hour, and we've got several that touch 90 and even up to 100. So it can be really difficult from 48 feet away to hit a wiffle ball that's moving this much. 3-2 now. Bombers definitely making James Dutton work here in the first. And he's going to go down swinging there. Heading now to the top of the second inning. We're still 0-0. We want to thank our hitter of the week sponsor, So just like we have a pitcher every week, we do the same thing with hitters, and that's brought to you by Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield. You can find them in the district, right there in Chesterfield Valley. Go to litstl.com if you want more information. Gametime tournaments. You can a locally family-owned and operated baseball and softball tournament company. Play at your own skill level, flexible scheduling, and affordable rates with no additional fees or charges. Check them out at playgametimestl.com. PCI, Promotional Consultants. If you believe they believe strategy and ideation are important to the growth of your business and recognition of your employees, check them out at promotionalconsultants.com. And where we held our spring training event where we got to see some of the rookies for the first time, the Hitting Zone graciously provided us with somewhere to do that, so thank you to the Hitting Zone. And some of those rookies, as we speak of them right now, on this Mambas roster, as we're about to see Caden Rice here step in against Cam Smith. Caden Rice was selected, I believe, 6th overall. Another one of those guys who's playing for the CI prospects nationally, ball inside. Wouldn't be surprised to see Caden Rice pitching in Game 2, as that's what he was kind of drafted for. Big hack there. You didn't miss that one by much. He's got a big swing on him, but he was probably drafted more for his pitching arm and his experience. You know, they've kind of lacked in availability in the pitching department the last few years, so they're hoping to fix that issue as he swings and misses there. 1-2. Cam Smith really dealing early here. He's got the Mambas both taking strikes and swinging at balls, which is a good place to be as a pitcher. Makes your life a lot easier when they don't swing at the ones that hit the zone and swing and miss at the ones that don't. Ooh, that was a big break up top. It just doesn't quite hit the zone. There's that riser high. Gets him swinging and missing for the first out of the inning. Brings up the pitcher, James Dutton. I would say that James Dutton is one of those guys that he's definitely one of the top flight pitchers in the league. When he has one of the longest home runs I've ever seen at MO WIFF, as he really got a hold of one. But I would say his consistency at the plate is something he absolutely wants to improve on, as many players in the league could say the same thing. But it seems like this Mambas lineup here might be shortening up by the end of the season, as they are, I believe, batting 6 here tonight. They might shorten that up as we get closer to playoffs. Maybe they're batting 5. Scorebook is not next to me at the moment, but you might see them shorten up as it comes to crunch time, and so guys are going to have to earn those at-bats here early in the season while they're getting the opportunities. There's that drop ball, 1-2. Now, as I say that, though, it is very difficult to earn yourself any more opportunities facing guys like Cam Smith, but if you want to make the playoffs and advance in the playoffs, guys like Cam is pretty much all you're going to see once you get there. That ball's up the middle. Good play by Ethan for the second out of the inning as he ranges over. You know, it's a pretty routine play on a normal night, but that field is slick, and not only, you know, could you lose your footing out there, but it's in the back of your mind while you're making the play as well. So that can be a mentally difficult play to get yourself to kind of range to your left there and make that play as that ball just inside. Just outside now, so Cam working both sides of the plate, but not quite hitting that zone. We got Alex Eggert at the dish of Alex Eggert Photography. Unfortunately for Alex, he doesn't get nearly as many pictures of himself because he's obviously playing. So he doesn't get a whole lot of clips of himself up there at the dish, but we try our best to help him out. We're not quite as talented, but it's a 2-1 count here. Good pitch there, 2-2. It'll be interesting to see how this Mambas lineup plays out throughout the season, as they are batting Cole Layton, Chandler Melton, Parker Bunch, Caden Rice, James Dutton, and Alex Eggert tonight. So a lot of guys in that lineup. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the season. Who sees more at-bats, who sees less? Do they go to a shorter lineup to get Cole up more often? Good pitch there for strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. Heading to the bottom of the second now. Once again, we just remind you that we have lots of content throughout the week here at Mo Wiff. You can check out all of that content. Well, all the content is on YouTube at some point. We have Fastpitch on Mondays for the highlights of all games from the previous week. The 3 Up, 3 Down podcast, a lot of behind the scenes and personal looks at players at Mo Wiff, as long as some national guests as well. So lots of stuff to check out with the podcast. Our live show on Twitch during lunchtime with Sam Skibby, 56 and under. If you want to interact with him live, you can catch that over at Twitch. So you want to hit a follow and make sure the notification's on so you know when he goes live. But otherwise, we will upload that to YouTube shortly after he ends the stream. Thursday is game day, so all these games you're seeing now will be streamed originally on Twitch on Thursday night as they're happening live. And then if you don't get to catch the live, we are going to continue our Friday through Sunday schedule as far as uploading the game. So game 1 will go on Friday nights, game 2 Saturday afternoon, game 3 Saturday evening, and game 4 is our Sunday night wiffle ball game. So that is a full week of content if you want to keep up to date with Mo Wiff. But here we go. Here is Johnny Gunn now in the bottom of the second. That ball hits him, and that sounded pretty flush there as it hit right off maybe his shin. And it's not the warmest night, so that probably didn't feel super great. That ball just high. Johnny Gunn. The top of the strike zone looks like it would come to about his waist if he stood up straight. So he's kind of got to give himself a little bit better angle by, squatting down a little bit. See the ball better, see the strike zone better. Got a little bit of a camera issue here. If we can get somebody to fix that. We're a little bit off. Doesn't look like we're paying attention, so it's all right. A little low there, 3-1. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of help because of the weather. Not as many people came out this week to help out. There's another ball, 4-1. There's a good strike on the inside corner. Full now. Full count here at Mo Wiff is 4-2 because we play 5 balls. If we would get to the 5th ball, we could see our first situation of 56 and under or a double walk. And we're going to do just that. They're going to leave it up to... Looks like Johnny's willing to hit, so it's up to James Dutton. Does he throw 56 and under or just put him on second base? And it looks like we are going to take the double walk. So they're just going to move James Dutton to second base. So the pitcher's opting to not give him the 56 and under pitch, as we do have a radar here for that situation. But they're going to opt to not do the double, or not to throw that pitch and just put him on second base. That ball just misses outside. There's a ball high, 2-0. Ball outside, 3-0. So James Dutton, like we said last week, struggled with the walks a little bit. We're now maybe seeing that a little bit here, as well as the right field line. If I get up, you won't hear me anymore. There's a ball inside, 4-0. There's another one. That's 5. It's up to James. What's he going to do here? So in this situation, if he does decide to double walk him again, it'll become second and third. Or he potentially pitches to him and, he could do more damage. We'll see. He's talking with his captain a little bit here, what he wants to do.
Hey, boys, you watch? Hey,
they're going to go ahead and throw it. So we're going to see our first 56 and under.
Go, Ethan. Come on, baby.
Bit of an eephus approach here with the 56 and under. So the 56 and under is 4 pitches. If the batter were to swing and miss, it's an out. The only way he can not put the ball in play and not be out is a foul ball.
Hey, last one.
If 4 pitches happen and no result happens, it is still a double walk. So he will still go to second base, and that runner will move over to third.
Hey, babe. Yep, keep going.
That ball fouled off just like that, so he stays alive. That was the 4th pitch, but because he fouled it off, we're going to continue the at-bat.
Still gotta be perfect.
There we go, Cam. Whoa, a little too far. There you go. Perfect.
All right,
All right, 4th, or I guess 5th pitch at this point. There it is. That will be a double walk, as he does not give him much to hit there. It's now 2nd and 3rd now. Bombers threatening here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's going to bring up Captain Cam Smith. Not who you want to see in this situation, because you have nobody out, Cam Smith up, and nowhere to put him, really. You're going to have to come right after him here. There's a good strike there, though. Right at the top of the zone. There's another one right over the zone this time, 0-2. Big swing and a miss, and quickly strikes him out on 3 straight pitches, 1 away. Season 5, once again, brought to you by Audi Kirkwood. If you're interested in being a sponsor yourself, feel free to reach out on any social medias. Any amount helps put this situation together that we got going here. There's a good strike there. We appreciate all of our sponsors, as it helps us produce everything that we do here at MO WIFF. There's a pitch outside. I think the camera's a little loose back there, as it kind of freely is drifting off.
Good swing. Good swing.
There's a good strike right at the top of the zone.
Hey, Jason, what are you doing? Can you just pay attention? Like, this thing is very touchy. It's moving.
It's something that low battery. It's the iPad. So I plugged it in, but it's not like so I'm trying to see if it's a cable issue or not. If you need a cable.
No, it's not.
All right, 1-2, 2 on, 1 out. Good pitch there from James Dutton. 2 outs now on another strikeout. And now James Dutton is 1 out away from working out of this jam, as we're approaching that 30-minute mark in this 45-minute game. Here's Johnny Gunn, who led off the inning. Ball low. Johnny Gunn did lead off this inning with a double walk. And at this point, he would not mind doing it again as he gets a hold of this one, but the ball is not traveling tonight, and that's right to Chandler Melton at second base. And they're going to get out of the jam now as we head to the 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd, still 0-0. Once again, thank you everyone who is tuning in right now. Make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platform. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Make sure you are following over on Twitch. That's the best place to see our games. We'll go again once through our sponsors. Once again, Audi Kirkwood is presenting Season 5. Alex Eggert Photography is our American League sponsor. UCC STL is our National League sponsor. The All-Star Game is sponsored by Commercial Drywall Corp. The MO WIFF Classic, which you can find more information on our social media and our website about our tournament, which I believe is Labor Day weekend, brought to you by Ink Spot Tattoo Shop. Pitcher of the Week is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Hitter of the Week, Lit Cigar Lounge. Gametime Tournaments has sponsored PCI, Promotional Consultants, and the Hitting Zone. All right, Cam Smith getting loose out there again. It's probably a good 45 degrees out here. Slight breeze coming through. Wet. Just kind of chilly night as it's off and on drizzling at times. So these guys are out here battling in this 0-0 wiffle ball game. There's big strike one. That ball's got a little bit of left to right slide to it if you're facing from the batter as it hits the outside part of the zone. There's that big drop that Cam's working with this year. He's got a lot of movement on that drop, screw, whatever you want to call it. That thing starts well above the zone and can hit the zone or drop all the way back down to your knees. So it's really difficult to judge. There's a little hesitation, but a ball on the riser. I think Cam does need to be careful a bit with that hesitation because I think Cole tends to read that pretty well historically. But it's 3-1 here. There's a ball outside, 4-1 now. Cole really making Cam work. What kind of feels like one of the first times in tonight's game is he feels like he's kind of went right through this lineup, no problem. 4-2 now, full count. Oh, he gets it off his hands. Almost gets the single down the line there, but went just foul. Fortunately, we don't really have a good angle of that tonight. Lots of technology issues. Lots of cameras not connecting, internet not connecting. It was a rough night. That's ball 5. Clearly putting Cole right onto second base. Can't blame him there. A little bickering back and forth between Cam and his brother Cole. All right, that's going to bring up Chandler Melton now with Cole on second base and nobody out. Chandler gets a piece of this one, and Johnny Gunn, standing at 6'10", reaches up and just grabs that ball like it's nothing. And now Cam is giving it to the Mambas as they're going back and forth here a bit with the banter. You can see the rivalry coming alive after that. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone talk trash after getting a ball hit that hard off of them, but you got to respect a little bit of trash talk, a little bit of banter out here. This is when the game gets fun. This is where rivalries are made and created. This one, a rivalry even to the blood level, so even more so than other ones here at Mo WIFF. There's a ball high to start the at-bat to Parker Bunch.
I feel like early in the season it rarely does.
Ball just outside, 2-0.
I think that once you get to 2 weeks in a row,
all right, 2-0 to Parker Bunch. The Mambas got to capitalize here. You can only get base runners so often as Parker chases this one. You start the inning with a base runner, you really want to see your team capitalize. Just outside, 3-1 though.
Don't remember that next time. It was dying. It was just dying. No, yeah, but he caught it.
Cam trying to find the ball that he wants out there. There's probably a little moisture on some of these. Wants to make sure he gets a good grip here with the runner on second. Doesn't want to make any mistakes. 4-1 though. Parker with an opportunity. Really working the count here against Cam. He did help Cam though as he swung at a ball at this point. Now he's looking at full. Had he not swung at that riser, he'd have found himself potentially second and third here. Instead, he's sitting with a full count now with one away, trying to get a hold of something and put the Mambas on the board. And instead, he's going to sit there looking at it. And that's strike 3 for the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Caden Rice now. Caden has not had, the most fun experience with his pitching matchups thus far as he went against Josh Wheeler week 1, who Josh Wheeler is a rookie as well, but Josh has shown to be a very, very good pitcher in this league. And now he's got Cam Smith, who was, voted the best pitcher last season. So not easy way to start your career here at Mo Wiff, but not an uncommon matchup at Mo Wiff either. Facing guys that are top-end talent is becoming more and more common around here as each team continues to get better and better talent-wise each season. Another good strike there, 1 and 2. Cam now 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam, but that one's going to be too high. 2 and 2. Believe that was just low. 3 and 2.
Good. He's right there. You saw it.
As he goes down swinging here, and Cam gets out of a jam of his own. It's still 0-0. Heading to that bottom of the 3rd inning now. I would say we're probably just under the 10-minute mark left in this game. I believe Brian's walking around with the timer around here somewhere.
It's actually very personal.
James Dutton going back out for his 3rd inning of work. Oh, I believe he said 12 minutes. So I was a little off there. I was just looking at how long the iPad has been going. So once again, to keep it just a reminder of some of the rules we play here. We do play 5 innings or 50 minutes normally. Tonight a 45-minute shortened weather night. Not a big short difference. 5 balls is a walk. That's when you get the 56 and under or the double walk situation we've seen a couple times here tonight. The other important rules are a single is a ground ball through the infield. So anything that's not fielded cleanly or gets past everybody but touches inside that brown area or closer is a single. If it lands in that second green patch past the infield, that is a double. Off the wall is a triple, and over the wall is a home run. Here is Ethan Weiner now to lead off the bottom of the 3rd, just low. I believe that one was also low, 2-0.
He'll do it right back to me. Yeah. Ethan, come on, man.
Just inside 3-0 now. At times, fast pitch wiffle ball is not the most offensively entertaining sport, but you will see some of the absolute nastiest, best pitching you might ever see in wiffle ball in these situations. That ball is high. Now 4-0. It's not uncommon to have walks being the issue in fast pitch. There's a good strike there, 4-1. James trying to work his way back here from the 4-0 count. It's now 4-1. And that's just inside for ball 5. Says he's going to swing it, but instead he gets told, no, you're not. Go to second base. So that's a leadoff double walk for Ethan Weiner now, as it's a runner on second, nobody out for the Bombers. They are threatening here. Right off the bat, here's Cam Smith. There's a ball low. There's a good strike there off the top of the zone, 1-1. At some point, something's got to give. Otherwise, we will head to extra innings. May not because of this inning, but we are getting close in time now. Just depends on how long this half inning lasts. That is a ball outside. I think I might have missed a pitch there. I don't know if they said 2-1 or 3-1. All right, James rears back for strike number 2 there. Somebody's got to do some damage at some point if they want to win this game. There's a ball high. Full count. See, I was right. 4-2 now. 4-2 count. Cam Smith, runner on second. Big swing and a miss as he gets him to chase for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Tommy Dwyer with the runner on second and 1 away. Just outside.
He's only hitting with the slider.
1-0.
Told you. That's not, hey, that's not you on a swing. Good job.
That pitch just nicks the outside corner. I wasn't sure if it quite got it or not, but it's 1-1. That one in on the hands, 2-1.
Come on, Tommy, lock in right here. Confident, baby, confident.
2-1 count, 1 out, runner on second base here in the bottom of the third. 0-0, big swing and a miss. 2-2.
You're good. You're seeing it. You know what's coming. Let's go.
James Dutton on the hill for the Mambas has gotten himself out of any jam that he's put himself in. And he looks to be doing it here again with another strikeout for the second out of the inning. He's trying to strand that runner on second base.
Let's go, Johnny. Come on.
That's going to bring up Johnny Gunn. Johnny Gunn has had some great at-bats against James Dutton so far tonight. That ball's just outside.
Hey, that's all right. Good swing. I like it. It's almost right in your arms. I like that. Good swing, Johnny. Good swing. Just a little late.
Big swing and a
Right
miss.
there. You're seeing it well.
2-1 count now.
Did that hit your arm first? I think it hit your arm first.
Ooh.
Did it?
That ball might have hit him in the head. The question is, did it get his shoulder first?
Yeah, I called it.
That's what they're discussing out there. I believe the ball might have hit his shoulder and then his head, so that would be not the head shot.
Bad, Johnny.
There's a ball outside, 4-1.
There's at least 2 balls, I think.
I think it's 3-2. There's an outside, head, and then left.
Yeah, hey, 3-2. 3-2.
Oh, 3-2. I had 4-1. So we got 3-2 now, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss, and he's out of another jam. Heading to the top of the 4th inning. This should be the last inning. If somebody scores, as we got 4 minutes remaining on the timer here at Mo Wiff. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in for this Mambas versus Bombers matchup. Make sure you are liking and following us here on YouTube. Make sure you follow the new Twitch page. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Facebook. Make sure you follow on all of those as well. That way you can check out all of the awesome content we are producing here at Mo Wiff.
However, that was almost a walk.
Looks like James Dutton's going to lead off the inning here against Cam Smith, which this should be the last inning of regulation. If we don't have a winner after this inning, we will go to the bases loaded extra innings, which we can go over those rules should we need them here But as it sits right now, let's get through regulation. So the top of the 4th inning here about to start. Cam Smith versus James Dutton. And the first pitch from Cam is a strike as he peppers the inside corner of that zone. 0-1 now. I would say other than walks, nobody's really looked like they are really threatening too much. Oh, and 1. Big swing and a miss.
Let's go, kid.
I'm bring up Alex Eggert now. 1 away. Oh, you know, at first I was getting ready to say he chased the high pitch, but that actually hit the top of the zone as well. What a pitch from Cam Smith there. So no matter what happened, he was getting strike 1 there. Didn't matter how it turned out. Ooh, just outside, 1-1.
Oh, good swing.
Big swing and a miss as he slips a bit there. You know, we were talking about those wet conditions out there. It's tough to continue an at bat after you slip in the batter's box. You know, it's kind of mentally in your head that it might happen again, and it can be tough to get yourself to go up there and give it another full hack. There's a ball inside, 2-2. I think at that point Cam just needs to go right at him and see if he trusts his footing to stay in there this time. Otherwise, it might just be. Well, there's a big swing and a miss for the second out. Brings back up to the top of the lineup with Cole Layton. A ball inside to start the at-bat. Ooh, another ball low. He's obviously being very careful with Cole. He doesn't want to leave anything over the plate. Give him too much to hit here. As we've mentioned in the past, Cole's a pretty solid hitter. There's that clean ball slider, 3-0.
I would never swung at it even if it was a strike. No, I was more mad that it didn't hit. Now right across. Now
Rio count to Cole here. A little bit of back and forth between the brothers up there. 1 batting, 1 pitching. 4-0 now.
Yep. All right, Chandler, come on.
And that's going to be a ball high. He's going to go to second base. No question there, as it brings up Chandler Melton. Chandler did hit that ball hard right to Johnny Gunn, though. Good clean ball slider there to Chandler. Probably earned a bit of respect there in that last at bat when he hit it to center field, so he may see Cam mix it up a little bit more here as he hesitates and throws that drop ball. So just like I said, I think might have earned a bit of respect from Cam on the mound there, so he's going to try and get a little more creative and not throw balls right at him and see what we can do. Little quick pitch slider. He goes the other way with it. Going to be foul. So even with the trickery on the mound, Chandler still gets a piece of it here. Putting together a good at-bat with the runner on second. Could this be our first run of the ball game? Chandler has made some contact here off Cam. If he could just give something solid contact here. Oh, but instead he chases it high. And we're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning, still tied 0-0. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in once again. Season 5 brought to you by Audi Kirkwood. We're out here at Miracle Field in Chesterfield, Missouri. We play every Thursday night, and we are streaming these live on Twitch every Thursday night. If you miss any of the action, we then upload them on Friday through Sunday. If you want the abbreviated version of the action you might have missed, or just want to see the highlights again, check out Fastpitch on Monday with myself. On Tuesdays, we have the podcast with Brian and Q. They've done a fantastic job up to this point of the season. A lot of behind-the-scenes looks. A lot of times during the season, they're going to talk to your hitter and pitcher of the week if they can get a hold of them on short notice. They also will tend to look back and analyze the matchups from the previous week and look at the future weeks as well. We then have the live show with Sam Skibby on Twitch, the 56 and Under show, which then gets uploaded to YouTube shortly afterwards. But if you want to interact with his live show, you can head over to our Twitch on Wednesdays. Give us a follow. We then stream game days live on Thursday, like I mentioned at the top of this. So we've got 7 days a week of content for you. Typically, I put out a preview matchup video on YouTube on Thursday mornings as well. That's just a short who's playing this week. Get you guys hyped so you know who you're tuning in for the live stream that night. All right, here we go. Ethan Weiner leading off the top of the 4th inning. We're still 0-0. This is our last regular half inning. So if the Bombers cannot score, we will go to bases loaded extra innings. There's a ball inside. James Dutton has found himself to be a little bit wild here lately, but he has worked himself out of the jam. That ball is just high, I believe 3-0 now. So he's either got to come right after him here or just accept this as a lost cause, 4-0, but that is a tricky situation with Cam on deck. 4-0 count. Cam telling his team 1 pitch, 1 spot at this point. They're going to make James really work here if he wants to secure an opportunity at extra innings. There is ball 5. Oh, no, they're saying it hit the bottom of the zone? Okay, I guess it tipped the zone there. That's all right. I thought it missed for ball 5. So did Ethan, but it looks like all of the Mambas in agreement that that was a strike. So Ethan now steps back up 4-1 count. There it is. There's ball 5. They're going to put him on second base, I would assume, for the double walk. So now the Bombers have an opportunity here with a runner on second base with nobody out last half inning of the game, potentially. Dutton's going to have to bear down here, work himself out of trouble. There's a ball high. Ball inside. 2-0 count.
Yeah, you weren't here last week, John.
Ball high, 3-0. You know, this is a tough situation because you're a little bit afraid of Cam doing damage, but then you're also not exactly excited to potentially have second and third with nobody out. So Dutton in a bit of trouble here as he's fallen behind to a good hitter. There's a good strike there as Cam just watches it hit that center outside area on the zone. Comes right back, 4-1 now. Just misses. That is ball 5. putting him on second base now. So the Bombers with second and third, nobody out. This is do or die now for Dutton. A little bit of a talk there between Cam and Tommy. As Tommy steps in. You know he's thinking about winning this game for his team right now, so he's got to reel in those emotions a little bit, but he gets a big old cut at a pitch right there down the middle. This is an opportunity to win the game for his team. Make the Bombers 2-0 on the season. Ball inside, 1-1.
If it's like up to the pitcher, no.
Oh, he puts it in the air, pops it up.
That hit the ground, it bounced up. Cole knows.
Cole might be hurt, but I also believe that ball hit the ground. If it hit the ground, that would be a walk-off win for the Bombers. And it does look like it hit the ground first, so the Bombers are going to take this game 1-0 on the Tommy Dwyer single. And they win game 1. So the Bombers start their season 2-0. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure, once again, you are subscribed here on YouTube. That notification bell is on so you know when all of our content goes live. Make sure to like the video, comment down below what you think, and follow us on all major social media platforms. These games will be live streamed on Thursday nights moving forward over on Twitch. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next game.